Let's just do it, Amy.
Do it to it.
Hello, everyone. I am Whitney.
I'm Amy.
And we're on the hunt. Oh,
We
I
are.
didn't allow you to say anything. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was taking a drink.
That works. So let's see. Oh, crap. This episode, I would like to say happy birthday to Amy, because this one will come out like just 2 days after your birthday.
Happy
birthday, Amy. I don't have your
you.
present here because I thought about just bringing
old and
half of it,
decrepit.
but, it seemed dumb.
It's fine.
I'll wait and give it all to you at once.
I like it
The
all.
whole gift.
The whole shebang.
Yes. So happy birthday. It's Amy's 96 today.
It is. It's golden jubilee.
It's a golden jubilee.
Or silver or whatever it was.
Man.
Let's see. What we talked about everything we've watched
did.
last time we were on.
All I wrote
here.
down was Amy B Day to talk about here. Chris also had a birthday a while back. We forgot to say anything about it, but we bought him an awkward gift. Well, Amy did.
Excuse me.
She's okay. Oh no! I hope this isn't an.
I just
Oh,
got
God.
really hot.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm choking now.
It looked like you were gonna barf.
I might. You
Oh
never know.
Lord. Okay. Well, Amy's
Super
taking
hot,
some drinks.
sorry.
Yeah, she's having a hot flash.
Drew.
She's okay.
Handmaid's Tale's been back on now
Yeah.
for a few weeks. When this
I'm
airs.
behind, so
It's
I need to catch up so I can watch it.
just as terrifying and
Frustrating.
omniscient. I hope not, but
Yeah. Scary stuff, you
it
all.
really is. What else? Dang it! Now the second episode is going to become the third episode. We
No.
stopped recording 3 because we realized our third one always sucks when we do 3 at
'Cause we're just so
time. So now
tired.
we're doing 2, and now
We're
2
gonna do
sucks.
2. Well, I mean, no one came here to listen to us banter.
They did not.
Well, I guess that's probably why they did go.
probably, or not to hear me choking to death on my own.
You want me to go first, like, because you're
hormonal
choking?
heat. I don't. Sure.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to recover
Thanks.
your throat. Well, you all, I hope you're doing great. It's spooky season.
It is.
This comes out on October 2nd, I think. Our favorite month of the year.
That was my sound effect. You're welcome. We've got to do something though. We got to go
Yes.
on like a ghost hunt
Yes.
or a something.
Where are we going to hunt?
Oh, also, my mom Sage wants to go back to the corn maze this year.
Oh, God, help us.
No, we're not doing like a birthday party or anything because she's doing a birthday party with her mom, but she wants to. Just
We need to
back
go
for
later
her
in the day when it's not the heat of the
Agreed.
day where the sun is. I literally thought I was going to die and become one of the children of the corn.
I feel like I had something else going on that day. That was why we had to go.
Well,
so
no, and it
early,
was a
but
birthday
maybe.
party. Like,
Yeah.
we went for that purpose. So, no, it made sense.
But mom's like, see what Rory and Holden are doing.
Oh, yeah, we'll
Like,
go.
Okay, mom.
We'll risk our lives.
But she wanted to do it on her birthday, which is the 8th. But one of Jamie's coworkers is getting married. And
Oh.
He never asked me to do anything, so I'm like, I guess I better go. So we might be going on the. Let me just tell everyone our location. But anyway, so we might be going on a Sunday.
didn't say
instead of-
what?
No, we
Yeah.
might be going on a Sunday.
That's
instead of a
fine.
Saturday,
We have
if
no
that's cool.
plans.
Okay.
So, just
I think
holler.
Holden would have a good time.
Oh,
too,
Holden
rolling
would
around
love
in
it.
all that corn.
Did we not take him last time? Oh, I guess we didn't.
No.
Yeah, I'll bring him.
Well, we didn't realize. Well, we thought maybe it was going to be more like.
Well, I do.
We didn't know how big
It's-
it was going to be. If
And
he would
Rory
be
always
like,
wants to do things without her brother.
Well, I mean,
And I'm like, he's part of our family. He's actually nicer than you, is what I want to say.
well, my boys always want to do things without their sisters.
Yeah,
So, I
yeah.
mean, it all works out.
Man, raising a son and raising a daughter feels very different.
Well, and I almost feel bad for Keaton sometimes because, like, Jamie and I were talking yesterday, like, Brecken and Carter will be best friends forever.
Mm-hmm.
And people even comment, like, what a tight bond they notice they have. And, like, Brecken goes out of his way to go to, like, he goes and watches Trap Shoot. And if it's anywhere near Columbia. That's
I
just
bet
what
that
they
the
do.
boys and the girl,
Yeah, the girl.
the boys and Keaton, though, will grow closer as they get older.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now they're in such that weird,
Yeah.
it'll change as they get older. And you and Jamie are older, and they're like having to talk about you guys. Like, oh my God, what home are we
pick a
going to put
home,
that?
yeah. Well, Mom and Whitney are living in Florida right now. So who's stuck with Dad this weekend?
Right. Who's babysitting Dad?
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, it'd be great. I mean, honestly. Yeah. Sorry, Kyle. Love you. I just need alone time. Like yesterday we went to a fall festival and there were so many people and my kids are just like, I'm constantly afraid someone's going to snatch them. So I'm just like on high alert at all times. It's not fun or relaxing.
No, that's not pleasant.
I get home and then Kyle's like trying to talk to me and I'm like, can you leave me? I need you to leave me alone. I need to be alone. That's why I'm in here. Yeah. You were out there. I went in here. You're following me around our house.
Yeah. I remember that when my kids were like, I would always be like, let's go to the zoo. And then I'm like, why did we come here?
I know.
This is the most stressful.
Yes.
I lost Carter at the zoo for like 3 seconds one time.
It's the worst feeling of all time.
I died for those 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Because then you're just like, okay, who took him?
Yeah.
Into a trafficking
ring. Or what
ring.
ate him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the zoo.
The zoo.
True.
No, I really did think he was.
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's just.
It really is. Being a parent is just.
The best
the most
and the
rewarding, but most traumatizing.
The best and the worst. To say it all.
The best of times. It was the worst of times.
When Kyle started a new job this week, he has a real grown-up job,
like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, because Kyle has owned his own business forever, and has been very spoiled in that. And now he has to get up, drive. He has a commute. He's like, oh, it sucks driving. I'm like, welcome to reality.
Yeah.
It's an hour drive, so it does stink.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is what everyone does.
Yeah.
And has been,
you got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you've had the last 15 years, which is great. But anyway, now I have to do all the drop off, all the pickup. And this week was the first week of that. And I was like, oh, dear Lord, please help me. And and it was actually great. The kids were great. They didn't give me any trouble. It was week 1. We'll see how the next 50 go.
I always did all the drop off and pick up because our schedules were just
yeah.
It was just the way it worked, and
it's fine. I mean,
you get into a groove.
Yeah. It was just weird because I've always I was afraid I would forget because I always took it for granted that if I didn't go, he would go.
Yeah.
So I'm setting all these alarms. Go get kids.
Yeah.
5 minutes before I need to leave.
And then
10
it was always
I
feel like I was always the one that had to take off work to go to doctor's appointments. That's exactly how this is.
Well, I have way more sick
and then I would be way
stuff.
More bitter.
Yes. As if I could be more bitter against...
Right. I don't know. It just always, and I'm like... I would have summers off. So it's but I never really had summers off because
you're with
I was with them.
Right.
And,
you're still babysitting.
But now I've come full circle and it's oh my God, they're graduating this year. Yeah. What am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
I'm really struggling too.
Are you?
I know I struggled a lot when Brecken was a senior.
But you still had other kids at home.
And my mental health plummeted. But now it's I am, it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's very tough.
Yeah, it really is.
And I think when two of your two youngest are the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to the same time.
Hitting these milestones and stuff at the same time. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. And it really does make me evaluate my own life. Who am I? Who am I if I am not their mom?
I know.
Not that I won't be their mom anymore, but you know what I mean? If that's not my primary role anymore, who am I?
What do I like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. And dads don't have that. You know?
Or who's going to go to Target with me? You know what
I
mean? I know, but I take them for granted that I have this little built-in best friend for the last 17 years. And now it's just really, I don't know, weird.
It is weird. Ugh.
But I'm not going to clip their wings. I want them to go.
Right.
Yeah,
don't do that. I had that. My mom did that to me. A little bit of guilting,
never.
And it's I am my own person.
Although you do. I hope you know Keaton is determined you're going to New York with us next summer. So
next summer. This coming summer?
Yeah.
Oh, I should start saving money.
For her
we should probably plan that.
Yeah. I know, right?
Because it's... Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, it'll be here for you know it. So
I should start saving some money.
You'll be the only one who probably has a clue what's going on. Yeah. She wants to stay in Soho.
I'm gonna literally have to protect you two the whole time.
She wants to stay wherever she wants to do the most shopping.
Oh,
which I think Soho is a fairly safe.
Oh, we'll be fine. I mean,
yeah.
I think
it's just getting from the airport to wherever.
Hi, does
we're
anyone
supposed to
listening
be.
know anything about New York City? Oh,
please help.
We'll get like a rental car or not.
No, we're not driving. Come on.
I've drove in big cities before, not New York City, but I have. But or we'll
not.
walk, or we'll take a Uber. We'll be fine.
We'll figure it out.
I'm good with maps.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
See, this is why you have to come
babysitter.
to. You really are going to be
babysitter, bodyguard,
and
chauffeur.
she doesn't want to do like the traditional like tourist set. Like she's not interested in like.
Wait, really? You're not going to go to like see the?
I do want to go see the 9/11.
Yeah, or like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
You got to see it.
We'll guilt her into it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to travel all the way there, you got to see at least a couple things.
Yeah.
Like that Madison. No.
Times Square.
Yeah, and. Okay, and like where they filmed the Today Show, Rockefeller Plaza
Center.
or whatever.
I would love to go at Christmas time and see all that done, but
she's going to be horrified. Actually,
happen.
she's going to regret inviting us.
No, she won't. She still tells me the best night of her life was when we all went to Hannibal,
and we all slept together. She was in the middle, wasn't she?
She's like, that was the best.
Or were
night
you
of
in
my
the middle?
Life. I'm like, that
you
is
were
so
in the middle.
sad.
That is so sad. We didn't even do anything.
No. That shows you what her social life is.
I'm worried about her going to college. I'm not even gonna lie. I need to sit her down. Well, and we need to like have some serious.
Well, luckily, she's doing like small stuff first. Well,
is she living away from you though?
Yeah, she's gonna.
Well, then I mean, I think
she might be. She may be living with Breck in her first year.
That's not a bad idea.
No. Well, he begs to differ, but we're just kind of waiting and seeing.
Yeah.
Like what all
Does Sydney
out.
live with him? Mm-hmm. Well, then that's. I mean, I don't know. It's just she's so naive.
She is,
and she's so sweet, and it's so it's just so scary. It's like I want to sit down and be like, "Hello, when you're walking to your car, here are all the things you need to do."
And I've told her about, screw politeness.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if someone thinks you're rude, they think you're rude.
Yeah, who cares?
You don't have to stop and honk to somebody because you're worried.
Don't drive at night.
No.
Like at all, period, zero.
Like, I'm already, I told you, I'm going to give her my car that's only 3 years old.
100%.
Because I can't have my, 4'11" daughter breaking down.
No.
While I just let my boys drive stuff that's literally falling apart.
Well, they can handle it.
They can handle
They're fine. Maybe she needs a Karen conceal.
Oh God, no, she would never.
Yeah, no, that would not work for her.
She has pepper spray. I do need to get her a taser though.
Maybe a self-defense class even too in the next like 9 months.
Yeah.
Or more, I mean, really.
I mean, she has been working at a pub. She's learning a lot of crap there. But
it's scary. Anywho,
okay, sorry.
Do you guys have any suggestions?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. What do you recommend for a small girl?
Is her counselor listening? Do you know? Can you send Amy a pamphlet? Can you please send her?
Does Compass Health offer, I don't know, self-defense?
Seriously, self-defense though, like for real. I would do that. I would go do that with you guys.
Yeah. You can just scream and hit like one of those guys in those suits.
Kyle's dad has taught me, because he used to teach karate, and he's taught me a lot of things, like always have a magazine. I don't know where you'd keep it, but you can twist those things up and roll them up and hit somebody, and it is hard. Just silly things
Keaton
like
and
that.
I have watched every episode of Cobra Kai since it ever came out, so I feel like we learned
Sounds
some
like
moves
Kyle.
there.
Yeah. Well, and just, watch every episode of Dateline, so she's just literally afraid of every single
I've been doing that
person.
to my kids since they were born. I'm like, look at that. See that Amber Alert on the news? That could be you. Yeah. Like, I've always been that way with my kids.
100%.
And Jamie was always like, Jesus, what are you? I'm like, hey, no, they need to know.
Yes.
This is the real world.
This is the real world.
It
is.
And
it is.
you can never be too
I say
cautious.
that to my kids all the time. Like, when we were going yesterday, even, we're in Ellsbury, and I was like, there are people here who want to take you from me and will take you away, and you'll never see me or your dad ever again. So stay by us.
Yep.
And then they do. I don't want to be abducted.
I even tell my niece that. So, like, if we're at Target or something, I'm like, they're bad people. Yeah. And they will take you.
I know, and then they'll be like,
and she's looking around like, is that a bad person?
I know.
I'm like, maybe.
Everyone.
Maybe.
But then it's like, if they do get lost, who are the people? Who do you tell them to go talk to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always like, look for a mom who has a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Because that makes me feel the safest. Because police officers, I'm like, anyone could dress up like a police officer.
Or just handcuff yourself to me and then we're good.
Yes, I know. But you got to tell them something, though, if they would get lost.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look for a mommy who has kids with her.
Yeah.
And pray to God it's not like, it's not Lori Vallow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anywho, sorry about that. Welcome. No, away from Trauma Corner.
Amen, Whitney.
Oh my God, we have problems.
You think you got problems? Look at us.
I know.
My children have body hair, and I'm still worried about these things.
Oh my God.
So.
Well, and just for full transparency, I take my Wellbutrin twice a day, and sometimes I forget the second dose, and then I just start spiraling.
Oh no.
So there's been 2 days this week I've forgotten the second dose, so I'm trying to get myself back because it takes me down some dark holes.
I almost called my doctor last week to increase my Effexor, but I'm like, I'm gonna try to get through this before I do that.
But you know what? No shame in taking medicine.
No, but
know?
I don't want to. But there's only so much of a higher dosage I can take.
Then you just start taking another one,
and then it's like, oh God, I've still got hopefully a lot of years, a lot of miles left on these tires.
Yeah.
So I want to gradually work my way up to the maximum dose.
Oh my God, I know. It's so
and that's the only thing I can take on my cancer meds.
Yeah.
I can't take anything else because it counteracts.
So anyway,
the struggle is real, guys.
Well,
and admit when you need help. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If it weren't for drugs, I don't know.
Legal drugs.
Legal anxiety medication. I don't know what I
Hey,
would
there's
do.
a couple podcasts I listen to that have like an ad for Feels, and it's like CBD stuff, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
No.
But then I'm like, would that interact with my others? Like,
Yeah, I don't even know.
give me all the things, please.
Yeah. Or like microdosing. I
Yeah.
don't really understand
Yeah.
what that is, but
Me neither, but
is that
sounds-
legal?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. And is it weed?
I don't know.
Is it like a liquid, a little drop? I don't know, but I'm into it.
I don't
I'm here
understand
for
why
it.
weed's illegal.
It's so
anyways.
dumb. 100%.
Not that I'm like a pothead. I just don't understand it. Like
Yeah.
people are way more violent on alcohol.
100%.
Like-
Yeah. Anyway, that's that's Drug Corner with Amy and Jenny. God. Moving along.
guys,
Okay, today
just
I'm going
get
to
out
talk
and vote, people.
today. And for normal people, okay?
Yes, please.
Not cult leaders, please.
Or
Literal
people who are
cult leaders.
like not normal colored flesh like
What?
I don't know. People who are not
Oh, you're talking about it being
Cheeto
orange. I was like,
colored.
what are you talking?
Yeah, after I said that, I'm like, oh wait, no, that maybe sounded
Yeah, no, I knew that
inappropriate.
wasn't where you were going with that, but oh my God.
no. We need a representation of people of all the colors.
Yeah.
just
Also,
not
if
orange.
you're listening to this right now and you're mad that Ariel in the new movie is black, please turn us off. We are not,
not
for
interested.
you. What is wrong with you? Go reevaluate your life.
Exactly.
You got some. You are racist and don't know it, or maybe
you do know it.
and you just don't care. Do you
Or
care?
maybe this is your moment that you're realizing it. And the
Oh
light
my-
bulb's
they're like,
clicking
oh
off,
my
so
God.
work on yourself.
I don't think any of those people are listening to
No,
us
I don't
though
think
that
so
care
either.
about Ariel being black, because like, and also it's just like literally Ariel's a mermaid.
It's not.
She's a fish.
I know. I saw a meme where someone was like, "Wait till people find out that they're black people." Like, yo, you're gonna be up in arms.
I know. Well, and it's like if Ariel were real, like let's. Okay,
Would you see that meme where it's like if there were an Ariel, this is what it looked like. It's like a really terrifying looking creature.
Well, because let's go there for a moment. Like pretend like Ariel, like mermaids are real. Wouldn't their skin be like translucent? You know what I mean? Almost like like most
they would have
fish.
like gills.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah, it'd be real.
No, like that's not.
And who? Like
That's
God.
if that's what's making
what-
you mad.
We have taken 95 steps backwards. If that
For real.
is
Well, for real.
upsetting
People, it's.
you.
I know. and There's a TikTok going around that's like says something about like that people are mad about Ariel being black, but it's like just wait till you meet Jesus. You know, if you believe in Jesus, just
Yeah.
wait because he's not who you think he
No.
is. He's not this like white man with blue eyes or whatever. Come on.
In an inexplicably always clean white robe.
I know.
No.
No.
Jesus was
Just wearing his Birkenstocks.
from the Middle East and was a carpenter.
Right.
My dad was a carpenter, always had to wear white too.
Dirty
and he was never
fingernails,
clean.
always.
I never understood why union carpenters had to wear white.
White. I know.
So
and
weird.
painters.
Yeah. So weird.
Anyway.
Is that everywhere or is that just in Missouri?
Who knows?
I don't. Clearly, I wouldn't be asking. But
I'm
anyways.
so hot and sweaty. Moving on. We're not. Nope.
Per our conversation on the way here, though, every single child and
Yes.
young person and individual deserves to see themselves represented in the things they enjoy watching.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a problem with that,
Just watch the
go
original.
be Amish or something where you don't get to watch movies.
And if it really bothers you, just watch the original Ariel. Do you know how many white princesses there are?
Yeah.
All of them, practically.
Well, yeah, because Walt Disney was a racist.
Right. And so it's like, literally, is there one black princess? Just Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. There are other princesses of color, but as far as a black princess, I'm pretty sure she's the only one. So, just calm down.
Yeah.
I just love, too, the people that are like...
And if they have gay characters and transgender characters, there are gay people and transgender people who enjoy watching movies, guys, and they deserve to see themselves represented. If you have a problem with that, why? It does not impact your life at all.
No, and I'm sorry that if that goes against your religion, newsflash, not everyone's a Christian. We're really just like going off on people. People will listen to, and that's coming from two Christians.
Yeah.
We're saying that, not everyone practices our religion and doesn't need to and shouldn't be forced to.
No.
This is a free country. So you do you, boo-boo, but leave other people alone.
Enjoy it while it's free.
And be nice. Right, because it's about to be Gilead up in here.
Oh, God, Serena.
Anyways, that got weird and dark.
Paranormal.
We're sorry. We're just really, passionate about things. So
we don't like seeing people discriminated against. And
it's not cool.
People hurt.
Yeah.
Just be nice. Like, it is not freaking hard to be kind.
It is hard, though. It is hard for a lot of people.
But it shouldn't be.
Oh, my
Being
gosh.
kind should be the easiest choice you make every day of your life.
Yes. Okay, I'm so sweaty.
Okay,
We're moving on.
go.
Let's talk about demons.
I'm pumping up.
Let's
talk about demons, baby.
She made her boobies.
I did. Let's talk about demons, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
This is the Haunted Demon House of Detroit. This is from mysteriousuniverse.org. It's an organization. It's an organization. Can I join that organization? Look,
is it really an org? We do Mysterious Universe all the time, don't we?
It says .org, but look at these ghosts. Why is that one very sexy? It's like, do you see that? Let me zoom it in.
Hang on, I gotta put
Get
my
your glasses on.
That is not sexy. It's holding a thing up.
Is it? I thought it's like putting its arms in the air, like,
no, it's like holding
the way people danced in the 2000s, like this. Buffy.
Oh, this arm.
Yeah.
Got it. Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack. Gotcha.
Leo DiCaprio. Everyone's so mad at him for dating. It's like, he's Leonardo
But
DiCaprio.
now he's with Gigi Hadid, so...
I mean, she must like him. Leave them alone.
I mean,
he is...
do what he wants, I
He
guess.
is very beautiful.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. There's
He's
a swagger about him for me.
Well,
I don't know.
He's just not my...
He's not
no
Evan
Evan
Peters. He's no Jeffrey Dahmer. Ooh, okay, moving on. Hauntings happen all over the place, and they can get pretty intense and frightening indeed. This is written by Brent Swanser.
Not Ron Swanson.
No. Ron Swanson, what a man. Our story here takes us back to 1962, and a William Adams, who was a normal working-class man who worked the graveyard shift at the Detroit Cadillac plant, I cannot talk, in Detroit, Michigan.
Back
Home
in
of
the day when Detroit...
Eminem.
Poor Detroit.
I know.
My heart breaks for them.
It's sad.
It's rough.
It is. And had just moved into a rented house. I said rented house with his family. They were pretty ordinary people with nothing particularly odd or special about them. Indeed, this person says indeed a lot. Brent, calm down. Indeed, they were completely unassuming and mundane in every way, yet they were about to become the center of one of the strangest and most intense hauntings the city had ever seen.
Whoa!
Involving spirits and possibly even demons. It began with the nightmares, as one does.
It always does.
When they moved into the house, William took to sleeping during the day in a tiny, secluded bedroom in the back of the house.
As do I, William. Indeed.
5 p.m. Good night. Bedtime. It's like, Amy, people are just getting home from work.
I don't even know what happened at my house last. I got this warning. There's like margaritas in my refrigerator.
What?
I don't know.
What time did you go to bed?
6:30.
6:30.
I was really tired.
No shame. Seriously.
I had a headache.
If I could go to bed at 6:30, I would.
The thing is, I don't intend to go to bed. I intend to go watch ID.
Sure.
I'm like,
fall asleep. But you're in your cozy bed with your 10 fans pointed directly at
and an abundance of pillows.
Yeah. You're in a cozy.
I can't help it.
Oh, why not? Honestly, sleep is good for you.
And then I wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So then I get it. So then
4 a.m.
Yeah, and so then
I've been waking up at 5, but like 4. That's another.
But when you go to bed that early, then you get up early. So then when you get up early, then you have to go to bed early. Like it just.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What are you gonna do with that wedding in a couple weeks?
I don't know.
Just take some energy,
I guess.
Pills. I don't know. That's
to die of a heart attack right there at the reception.
Really ruin the day. Yes. Really put a damper on things.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he took to sleeping during the day in order in the back bedroom not to be disturbed by the noise of his 5 young children, and shortly after settling in, he began to have horrific, potent nightmares. The mom's like, please, God, come out of there and help me. These freaking kids. That's what my husband's saying at home right now. There's only 2 of them. These bad dreams were apparently incredibly realistic and horrifying, featuring all manner of grotesque imagery, to the point that he would wake in a cold sweat, screaming so loudly that the neighbors could hear. These nightmares would come to him every night, and every night he would wake in a terrified panic, never remembering exactly what had happened in these dreams, but in a complete state of dread. Please start thinking of top titles as we go through this episode.
Okay.
We've already forgotten. Every time we get to the end, we're like, crap. Anyway, he'd never experienced anything quite like it, and it got so bad that he was running on very little sleep, unable to function at his job, and he was starting to think that he might be losing his mind and needed mental help. I could see that. But at least he's thinking he needs help. That's good. Good.
That's the first step. Is acknowledging
William
you need help.
He decided that he could not stand sleeping in that room anymore, and oddly, when he went back to sleeping in the master bedroom, the nightmare ceased. At the time, William did not attribute any of this to the paranormal. Of course he didn't. It would soon turn out that back room had a certain sinister atmosphere. The family dog refused to go anywhere near the room, and the children claimed that they sometimes heard strange noises coming from within, so they avoided it as well. William checked the room out several times and noticed that he felt very cold when he was in there, even in the summer, and that there was that sounds lovely.
Yeah. Why are you complaining, William? I'd be like, yes.
Oh my gosh. As our husbands freeze to death and we're just like,
too bad.
God, this sheet is
I had
so
to buy
hot.
Carter like a Sherpa bedspread.
You should just go down there and sleep.
I really should, but it just smells like feet all the time.
Yeah, boys. Ugh. You know, okay. Where was I? That's Granny downstairs in her basement apartment. She's also freezing. She has like the heater on all year long. We're like, oh
yeah,
my
Carter,
God.
I go down, the electric fireplace is turned on all the time.
Yeah, poor guy. Let's see. William checked the room out several times and noticed that he felt very, I already said that, and that there was an indescribable air of dread in the room. He could not figure out why this should be, as the room was just a tiny little space, barely big enough for a bed and a closet. What's that matter? And by all appearances, there wasn't anything menacing about it at all. Yet the dog and kids were terrified of it, and he could not deny that there was definitely a strange... Okay, so what's happening, Mysterious Universe? Let's get to it.
What are they scared of?
Despite this, when William's grandmother came to visit, he offered the room as a guest room.
How rude, William.
But she, too, was immediately aware that there was something off about the place. She nevertheless slept in there. Well, she didn't have a choice. But during the night, she heard noises in the floor and walls that she described as sounding like someone was trying to break it. And she would refuse to sleep there again. Well, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm checking into a hotel room.
Right.
Bye.
Indeed, she was so scared by the experience that she cut her trip short and hastily went back to her own home. Bye!
I'm not sticking around here.
Nope. Thinking that there had been an intruder trying to break in, William contacted the police, but they could find no trace of a break-in or anything suspicious at all. It was now starting to dawn on him that despite his unwillingness to believe it, that there was probably something paranormal going on.
You just got to accept it, William.
Right. He looked into the history of the house, but all he could find out about the room was that it had been added on to the house after the original structure had been built. Okay. When William's cousin, Shirley Patterson, came to visit, a lot of visitors.
Yeah.
I have no visitors.
No, and I like it that way.
Right. When William's cousin Shirley came to visit, he stayed in the room as well. Huh? With her? Wait, what?
What's happening?
Or did they flip-flop?
We've got air quotes. Cousin right. Shirley.
Lover! Oh my gosh, that's so weird. He stayed in the room as well, and it did not take long. Did not take long at all for things to get weird.
Well, I think they got weird the second you stayed with Shirley.
That's a funny turn of events.
Indeed.
Patterson was not told anything about the strange things that had been going on with the room, and in a way, it was sort of an experiment, since William had known to be a practical and rational, skeptical individual.
What? Oh my God.
It's too many words.
What was the word I'm looking for? Not onomatopoeia. What's like the opposite?
Alliteration?
No.
Onomatopoeia. It's like when it, like bam, boom.
No,
right?
I know what onomatopoeia
No, but I
is.
was asking.
Oxymoron.
Oh. You're like
rational, whatever.
Rational, practical, skeptical.
Oh, never mind. Those aren't oxymorons. Those all mean exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but they could have used one of those words.
Yes. This isn't...
Brent, calm down. You're not trying to get so many words in an essay.
Why can't I retrieve words? This isn't a thesaurus, Brett. I could use one clearly right now.
I really miss having a handheld dictionary and thesaurus.
I do not.
Really?
My dad, every time he would tell me no about something, and I'd be like, why not? He'd be like, go get the dictionary. And he'd look up the word no, or make me look up the word no.
Oh.
It's so rude.
Well, that's just smart-assy.
Yeah.
You know? But I remember, like, in college and even high school, having a thesaurus. And it was so helpful when writing. Although now I can just right-click a word and ask what's a synonym for. Can you tell I'm going back to school? It's real fun. Yeah, write a 6-page paper every week. Why? This is pointless. This is not how you learn. These professors should learn how to teach. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Okay, let's see. He was not prone to making anything up or playing games. It sounds boring. However, that night, he would feel himself be turned over by some unseen force. What?
Or was it Cousin Shirley?
To be confronted with the sight of what looked like a woman standing by the doorway facing the other way, with long hair and wearing what looked like a short fur coat over a blue dress. So it's her back to him. Ugh.
Short fur coat. So like a rabbit? It's a shrug.
And did something like physically turn him over? They're like,
you must look.
That's what it sounds like, right? It's weird. He at first thought it must be Mrs. Adams, but as he studied her, he realized that it was not. She does not have a coat.
She does not have a short fur coat.
Where'd she get that fur coat? And at the same time, he realized he was suddenly overcome with a sharp, irrational fear that practically paralyzed him. He would say of the incident, quote, I didn't know anything about the room. There was no reason for me to suspect anything. I don't know why he talks like this, but he does. No reason to be afraid. It seemed that I was in the bed for just a few minutes. I don't know whether I was asleep or not. I was facing the wall, and then I felt something turn me over. Don't ask me to describe the feeling. All I know is that it rolled me over, and then I saw it standing outside the bedroom door. At first I thought it was Lillian, but I started to tremble. It was a woman with long hair, and she had her back to me looking into the kitchen. She was wearing a short fur coat and a kind of blue dress. Okay. That's literally what you just said in the paragraph before, Brent. His fear became so intense that he screamed out, and when he did, all of the lights in the house went out. Oh my gosh. In the darkness. That is creepy.
What power you hold.
Patterson stumbled around in the blackness and found his way to the kitchen when the lights turned on to show Mrs. Adams standing there and no sign of the woman in the blue dress. Maybe she's just playing a trick on him.
Yeah. Or she's,
that's great.
What?
She's like, get out of here.
Why do I have to be in the kitchen at all hours? Or you sleep during the day, actually, while I'm taking care of the children.
Cooking meals, cleaning everything. Sure. As he talked to her, they could hear what sounded like groans coming from the bedroom. And a foul stench wafted.
God, Shirley. We have a bathroom.
She's using the bedpan again to clean it. She's groaning. Have you ever went into a public bathroom though, and heard like someone literally groaning, and you're like,
why?
We can hear you.
I don't even do that at home. If I'm like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't make any sounds when I poo. Even if it's
my butt might make some sounds if it's bad, but my...
so we've all had a
does
painful
not.
poo now and then.
Yeah,
and
but I'm not like,
ow! Ouch! People just like say,
like, you're at Target. What are you... Go home. Like,
they can't make it, Amy.
Oh.
I mean, and
Go to a hospital.
I have had some IBS problems. Never once have I groaned. I'm trying to make the least amount of sound.
Be like chewing on my fist or something to not...
Yeah, you're just clenching your butt to please make the least amount of sound possible as this comes in. There's this hot lava comes exploding
It just
out.
needs to be like an unspoken rule.
Yes.
If you're pooping at Target, you have to be quiet.
Well, there's some people that are just so dramatic with everything they do.
Yeah, they really
everything
are.
has to make
When they're peeing, they're like,
like what? Ew.
It's just pee.
Oh wow, Lord Almighty.
Although, if I've had a UTI, it may make noise when I pee.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's the worst pain.
Yeah, I've never had one.
I haven't had one in years, knock on wood.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Same. I don't want that. Knock on Kathy Hilton. I've worked with the homeless. I've worked with the homeless. God. Literally the worst name for a charity of all time.
Yes.
It's actually like rude.
It is.
And insulting.
It really is.
Homeless, how about not homeless and not toothless? How about both? No to both. You know
and
what I mean?
if I have teeth and I'm homeless?
They don't care.
You're not going to do anything for me?
They just help.
Thanks.
They're going to give someone a set of brand new teeth, but they're still homeless.
Yeah.
And probably can't afford regular dental care or a toothbrush or toothpaste even.
So
it's like
those veneers look real weird.
Right.
Like you have no other way of grooming the rest of your body.
No, it's like, I mean, it is important to have good teeth. Like it can hurt.
Oh God, I went to the dentist for my checkup this week and I have a pinhole size spot of decay, which could turn into a cavity. So I have to go back and get a filling.
Is this your first filling?
My second ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think I have a filling in every tooth.
I have some fillings because like I have really deep grooves in my teeth and that was like preventative years and years ago. But this is the first time I've ever had like, and this isn't even a full-blown cavity, but it's I'm like freaking out.
I haven't had a cavity in years, but like, I've had lots of cavities. It's not great. I'm just prone to them, apparently.
I usually love going to the dentist. I love getting my teeth cleaned. Especially like this last time I went, she was super aggressive. I'm like, yeah, get in there. Flick that plaque off of there. I love it. I love having my teeth cleaned.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
It's like traumatizing for me because as a child, like, every dentist appointment was so bad because my mom never took me. And so then she'd take me and then I'd have like 5 cavities.
As a child, cool. We never went unless there was something wrong.
Right.
We didn't go every 6 months like I do now.
Who had insurance? I mean, nobody.
What? My dad, when he
had dental insurance?
Yeah, when he joined the union.
That's actually just rude.
Yeah, we only went like
Brew.
Amy just drove her bicycle into a car and knocked her whole permanent front tooth out. Better go somewhere.
Yeah,
and even then, I only got a temporary thing on until my mom got a job where she had dental insurance, and then I got an actual crown.
So hot. Are you so hot right now?
I'm always
I
hot.
feel like I'm actually gonna die.
Sorry, let's get back to
fine.
William and Shirley. Shirley should do Shirley.
Should do. She's just flatulating in the other room, just nonstop. It's like Amy at bedtime.
Way to not get invited back, Shirley.
It's Amy at bedtime.
At least I do it at my own home.
I know.
I don't,
oh, God!
I don't do it when I'm visiting.
No, Jamie, I'm just imagining the little nugget Jamie walking in, the horror on his face cracks me up every time. He's just shivering already because it's so cold. He has, like, nothing to keep him warm.
He is William.
Oh, God. What was that sound? It's just you farting.
Her fur coats and her long hair because she's always bundled up,
This is great. We'll be great when we live together. It'll be like 50 degrees in our house.
We'll have to work even after retirement just to pay them
our electric bill.
We'll have to be on that circuit breaker plan or whatever that is.
Budget billing?
Yeah.
God. What are we talking? I have like sweat dripping down my back. It's not even that hot in here. Okay, back to the flatulence. As I tried to figure out where the smell was coming from, There was a sudden loud wailing sound that sounded like...
Is Shirley okay? Shirley's the target pooper.
That's the name of the title, the target pooper.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Sure.
Oh my God, the target pooper. That sounded like a half human, half animal. Ow! Ow! And a trap door in the utility opened? What?
The trap door in your utility.
And the trap door in the utility room opened and
I would
slammed.
just be throwing all the laundry at that all the time. Screw this. Open the trap door. I'll just go.
I gotta go live in there.
I'm going to Target buy my new underwear. I'm done doing laundry.
Sick of this. The trap door opened and slammed with great force, sending the two of them into abject terror. When William came home from his late shift, they told him what had happened.
I thought William was there.
I thought he was too.
William saw the woman in the short coat.
Yeah, he must have left. He's like, okay, bye, going to work. I gotta go.
You can deal with it.
Gotta pay for this electricity. I don't know why our bill's so high. It's because they're just pumping air conditioning into that one room.
Yeah.
Nonstop. When he came home from his late shift, they told him what had happened and they called the police. But all the doors and windows were locked and there was no sign of a break-in or an intruder. At this point, William was thinking enough was enough. And he decided that he would go back and stay in that room the following evening to see for himself what was going on and confront whatever was in there.
William.
Quote,
You're so brave.
I'm not the kind of guy who believes in ghosts. At least I didn't then. I'm a grown man with a family. I've been in the army. I just couldn't convince myself that there was anything to it. I had to try again and see what would happen. I don't know how long it was. I was still awake, but I heard a noise in the room. I turned over to look, and there was a face inches away from my face.
Ah! Too close.
It was the most horrible thing I've ever seen. The eyes stared past me, and the mouth moved to talk, but only a hiss came out, and a horrible stench. All I could think of that next morning was that if the bedroom door had been closed that Sunday night, I would have killed myself beating against it to get out. What? Wow. Because that
Throwing
face
himself against the door. My
that
cat
face
does
is
that.
just still here.
Yeah.
The night of the face hovering in the room. Wait, the sight of that face hovering, is it just a face? Because that's
Just
funny.
embodied.
That's funny if it's just a face. Just
It's like remember the Teletubbies with the sun just had that baby's face.
oh my God, why? It was so random.
It's really weird.
Oh my
It
God.
always made like baby noises. Well, so did the Teletubbies. They're like, they don't even.
Weird, man.
Oh, God.
God. The sight of the face hovering in the room in front of him in that dim room sent him into a hysterical panic, fear driving him up from the bed to send him careening down the hall screaming. Indeed, he was in such a panic state that Patterson and his wife supposedly had to wrap a blanket around him and throw him into a chair to cool down.
Like
Weighted
Reynolds
blanket?
wrap blankets. They do it.
After you've been in a natural disaster.
Yeah,
Oh my God. They're just wrapping him up, threw him in a chair. They're like,
we gotta
shut up.
saran wrap.
Calm down, William. We've been telling you. As they did this, the sickening stench they had smelled before came back, saturating the air with the most repugnant, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Smell they'd ever experienced and made Patterson vomit. So one person's in the chair with this person's just throwing up, and the wife's like,
Great.
I'm the only person
She's
who can
like, this is
my life.
this is what I've been training for with my 5 children.
My whole life here. This was enough to send the family packing, and they hastily grabbed their things and children and immediately went to stay at a neighbor's house. Okay, yeah. Not long after this, Mrs. Adams's brother, Leo Sinaki, and her sister, Virginia, came to check the house out and help the family move some of their things out because they were too afraid to go in there again. Well, yeah. Curious as to whether there was anything to the story or not, Leo decided to go to that back room and see what the fuss was about.
Big mistake.
They're going to see a face. He did not believe in any of the ghost talk he had heard at all, but this is what he said. Wait, but this was about to change. Virginia would say of what happened next. Quote, this is Virginia, her sister. I stood in the kitchen and Leo said he was going to lie down on the bed for 10 minutes in the dark. A few minutes later, I heard this awful groan come from the bedroom. If it was Leo, I've never heard him make a sound like that before. Then he came rushing through the door into the kitchen with the most horrible look on his face, like he was scared out of his mind. I asked him what he saw, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Wait, that's anticlimactic. Apparently, Leo would never tell anyone what he saw in that room, but it was bad enough that he had nightmares for weeks after, and he would refuse to ever step foot in the house again. After this, the house remained empty, even as its notoriety grew, and the landlady allegedly forbade any paranormal investigators from checking it out, as we may never really know what was going on there. Was it a ghost? Was it a demon? Nobody knows. The end. Ooh. The end. Oh my God!
What happened to Shirley? Did she get her bowels taken care of?
Her bowels were evacuated. I'm so hungry. My stomach is like hurting. I have to see if I have a snack in this tiny purse. I'm like going to a tiny purse. You know, I just need like an easier life. You know.
But no, it's not.
Slim
Jim. What? Way to bring it in the wind. Slim Jim fruit snack.
2.
It's a shame you don't have any leftover parade candy.
Do you want any of this?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Do you want any of
I ate a bunch of Kit Kats while I was waiting on you, so.
Kit Kats are the freaking best.
Halloween candy just hits different. You know?
It does. It really does. Am I taking you to AT&T after this?
I have no idea. Okay. I've heard nothing. Everyone may still be asleep at my house. Keaton's supposed to be at work at 11. I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
What's going on.
Don't mind me as I eat this Slim Jim, everyone. My armpits are like wet.
All right.
All right, that's gross.
My topic is Avilla, Missouri. I don't even know. I don't know.
Avilla in Missouri?
Uh-huh. Okay. No, Avilla is the name of the town.
Okay.
Avilla, Missouri.
Okay. I like this.
So I'm going to go to Only in Your State.
Crap, what was the title?
Target Pooper.
Sorry, I'm fine.
All right, so this is onlyinyourstate.com. Written by Stephanie Butler. Although Avilla has a population of 100 or so residents, it is considered one of the living ghost towns of historic Route 66.
Oh, I love Route 66. That feels nostalgic for a time I don't remember.
And it's a size of drink at Sonic.
Oh, the best size.
Yes. Oh, peach mango slush.
Wow, you made us sound like Shirley.
I love a peach mango slush.
I'm about blue raspberry girl, but they have the best.
rural village was founded in 1856 and is the 4th oldest settlement in Jasper County, Missouri. It has a rich history and a bit of a dark past. Interestingly, some people say the darkness still haunts the once thriving town. So here's a picture of it. It looks like just any town you would drive through in Missouri that's been it's like a Neolia.
It's sad. It's so sad, you know?
It really is. It's like my hometown. Businesses and storefronts once lined the main strip. Yes, tale as old as time. In this photo from 2000. I would love to
live in a city or a town like that still, you know?
Yeah, well, you mean with actual businesses?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a Hallmark town.
Or just run down.
No.
Oh, I know. Keaton's dream is to find a place that is Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls and live there.
Honestly.
That's just what she wants
and
to do.
Work in a
like a bookshop or something.
Yep.
It says businesses and storefronts once lined the main strip. In this photo from 2000 that none of you can see, but I just showed Whitney, you can see the Avilla house built in 1868 on the far right. So that's what that was. Tom Barbato's garage, an early Route 66 era auto shop, is the second stone structure from the left. Again, means nothing to the listeners. But both of these buildings have since been demolished. The white building, Old Flo's Tavern, what a terrible name. Or no, that's Ant Flo. Never mind. Still stands today next to the abandoned stone IOOF Lodge. And
some may call it Old Flo.
Old Flo.
Sorry, I'm still at the Old Flo joke. Eating all my fruit snacks.
The decline of Avilla started after World War II when people began moving to larger industrial cities for job opportunities. Yeah, that's true. It happened.
Tracks.
And then in the 1960s, Route 66 was bypassed with I-44, and the town eventually lost much of its commerce due to the diverted traffic.
That's so sad.
That really is. The remaining businesses had either failed, closed, or relocated by the 1970s. Then a large fire in 1971 at the Avilla lumberyard destroyed several of the buildings, including most of the lumber company. Although the lumberyard was rebuilt, the town continued to decline and has never really rebounded completely. Now all that remains are vacant lots, abandoned buildings, and a few buildings that are still being used. The 1915 Bank of Avilla served the town for 3 decades. During the Great Depression, the notorious Irish O'Malley gang...
Yeah.
Oh, have you? I have not. Robbed the bank and kidnapped the cashier.
Oh my God.
Although no longer a bank, this historic building has been utilized as the town's post office since 1952 and stands as a local cultural icon. Good for them for preserving that. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, hello.
Oh, he's fancy. He thinks he's something of himself.
Put my hand in my collar. Like many Missouri towns, Avilla found itself split during the Civil War. Well, that was before World War II. We're going backwards now. Yeah. This is not sequential. Tensions among residents of opposing views caused some families to be torn apart.
Happening again today.
It is happening right at this moment. Happened at my house yesterday. While others left the town in fear of their safety. Confederate guerrilla attacks against Union sympathizers were common. William T. Anderson was a pro-Confederate guerrilla leader believed to have led several such attacks. Although he was killed in 1864, Anderson was posthumously nicknamed Bloody Bill for his ruthless actions. I don't know what this is about.
What's that skull?
No, there's just like a skull. I don't know what
Is that his skull?
Is it? I don't know. It's got a blunt force trauma there for sure. Another Civil War era legend involves a spirit haunting the town. The Avilla Phantom Bushwhacker, or Rotten Johnny Reb, is said, both terrible names.
Yeah.
Is said to haunt not only the town, but also the Death Tree. Doesn't every town have a Death Tree?
Yes.
It is also said that during the war, the skull of a Confederate bushwhacker was found. Rather than burying it, it was hung from a tree as a warning to other bushwhackers. As a result, the ghost of Rotten Johnny Reb searches the town and surrounding woods for his head and for Yankees to kill.
Oh my God.
Many deaths were blamed on him over the years, with the legend driving off many of the remaining townspeople after the war ended. Driven away by Rotten John, or whatever his name is.
Rotten John.
According to the old legend, the only way to end the curse and put Rotten Johnny's spirit to rest is to find his skull, cut it down from the tree, and bury it or set it ablaze on holy ground.
Oh my
God. A lot of steps.
That's a lot of steps.
Can you set a skull ablaze? It's bones.
It's bones. Well, I mean, I guess they do.
Guess with enough, like...
Yeah, they cremate people's
accelerant.
Bones. Seems like it'd have to be very hot, though.
Yes.
Like,
if you believe such legends, it would be nearly impossible to carry this out because the location of the death tree died off when the last survivors of the war did. There was a belief that black crows would flock to it during the day as a perch, and that it was an apple tree that no longer would bear fruit. However, time and the changing landscapes have made it nearly impossible to find the tree today, if it even still exists at all. Probably even more spooky than Rotten Johnny Reb and the ghost tree are the multiple sightings of Avilla's shadow folk. These ghostly figures have been seen through windows, wandering through the halls of abandoned homes, and even strolling down the empty roads in town. The shadow folk are dark figures resembling people, shadows without people to cast them. They are believed to be spiritual impressions of those who lived in Avilla long ago. Ew.
So sad.
God, am I going to be a spiritual impression of Nebo?
And you're just stuck there forever? It's just not
your
okay.
Shadow wandering on and on. They are most likely to be seen at the old abandoned parts of the village road along Route 66. U.S. Route 66 was redesignated Missouri Route 66 in 1985. By then, Avilla was already the quiet rural community that it continues to be today. Have you ever been to Avilla, Missouri? If so, did you have a paranormal experience? Let us know in the comments below.
And what county
comments?
did you say?
There's one comment. Jasper, I believe.
Jasper. Huh.
My family, this is from Jenny Ray Bjerg. My family owned the gas station, and my dad and uncle changed tires at a very young age. Also owned many houses. I still have relatives that live there. As part of the story goes, I believe that it's haunted and has also cursed my family.
Oh.
If anyone does know about the tree, I would love to know. I'm reaching more about this and will update. But that's it. Now I'm going to pop over to Legends of America real quick.
That's very disturbing.
We know about that. Dr. Jacqueline M. Stimmons, an early settler, town leader, and staunch Union man, organized a company of local men and neighbors in Avilla to protect their own homes from roaming bands of bushwhackers. Though Stimmons owned slaves, he had inherited them and kept them for their safety during the Civil War. The town militia, known as the Avilla Home Guard, was one of the first and consisted predominantly of older men citizens. Most of the younger men were leaving to join regular military forces. Avilla's political alignment was in sharp contrast to neighboring Sarcoxie to the south, where the first regional Confederate flag was raised.
Ugh.
The rebel Stars and Bars also flew over nearby Carthage, just 10 miles to the west.
What was that?
There was like a
fly.
something, not a fly. I think it was like a gnat.
Oh,
or maybe I'm seeing things.
I was like,
I don't know. I'm waving. Wave your hands in the air. Like you just don't care. So they made like him he was obviously a target. However, before the Kansas soldiers arrived, a group of 100 pro-Confederate guerrillas thought to have been led by Bloody Bill Anderson attacked northeast of Avilla. Their main target was Dr. Stimmons' home. At that time, a number of the militiamen were having a meeting in Stimmons' house when the guerrillas surrounded the 2-story log building. The Confederate assault was met with heavy gunfire. However, the rebels continued to attack and managed to light the log building on fire. Before it was over, Dr. Stimmons and another militiaman, Lathan Duncan, were killed. Several others were shot and burned, and 2 were taken as prisoners. The rest of the heavily outnumbered militia withdrew and reformed near the north edge of Avilla and braced for an onslaught, but it did not occur.
Oh my gosh.
Any more about paranormal?
The past is like really...
It really is
brutal.
Crazy. A new school was built in the 1880s that served grades 1 through 12. At the time, the population had increased to about 500 people. However, when the railroad came through the area, it was not built through Avilla, so its growth was stunted. Over the years, population declined, blah, blah, blah. We know the bank was robbed, blah, 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 blah. Okay,
blah, blah,
nothing
blah, blah.
new there. So, anyways, Avilla, Missouri sounds
Avilla,
like a
Missouri.
cool
How do you
little
spell
town.
Avilla?
Avilla.
Okay, yeah.
So check it out.
We could go
if you're
there.
on a road trip.
Well, thank you all for listening so much. We love you.
Appreciate it.
And thanks for sticking it out with us, That's episode 85.
Woohoo!
We're coming up on 100.
Yeah, we'll have to do something big for
Oh
100.
my gosh. Have an
We
on the
say
hot
that.
party.
Probably the week 100 comes out. We're like, we're tired. Sorry.
We're skipping this week. Sorry.
No episode.
Oh my gosh.
And then we just go straight to 101. There never is a 100.
Yeah, it's like episode 13.
Everyone's like, shut up. Okay, guys.
Check
bye.
out our websites and stuff. Bye.